Hey, what's up survivors, and welcome back to my Minecraft tutorial. And today we're going to be heading over to the NPC village, and we're going to be doing some trades with them guys, hopefully. See what those con artists have to offer. But before I go, I finished off the farm. As you can see, I've just tidied it all up a bit. I've packed all the gear up of everything I'm going to need for this trip, and yeah, I've made that extra field for when we do the melon and pumpkin farm. I did harvest everything, as you can see, but the cocoa beans are quite rapidly growing, so that's that. Yeah, so that whole farming area is now virtually complete. The netherwart farm is not going to be going with that. It will be up with a wizard's tower that I'm going to build at some point when we do brewing, enchanting in the nether. That's when we will venture down to the underworld and do a few things down there which should hopefully benefit us in the future. But that's not for a while yet. The first thing that we're going to do is we're going to head over and visit the NPC village today. And as I've said, we'll make some trades with them. Trading is a new feature in Minecraft as of 1.3. It's still fairly new. It was the main feature that it was introduced in 1.3, and yeah, that's kind of a bit about trading. We essentially trade with villagers. They will offer you items if you can get them some items. Now I don't know what they want, so it's kind of difficult for me to judge what I should be getting. We might not be able to make any trades with them, unfortunately, but often one will have what another has. So for example, say one wants some wheat for some emeralds, but another one will want emeralds for something else. So you can actually use a good strategy to do some wheeling and dealing with them to get some pretty good items. They even now sell you enchanted items. Occasionally they will ask for a book, but not any sort of book, a book you have wrote. They will occasionally ask for that, and it doesn't have to be anything specific. You could just make a book, sign it, close it with one line and give it to them, and they will accept it. Lord knows why, but that's that, I guess. The other thing to remember as regards villages is the trades don't always stay the same. They can change. From time to time they will change. After so many trades of one item, they will begin offering you another. Some villagers, should I say, will offer more than one trade, so you might have an option of two. But only once you've traded with them once. They kind of like get to know you and like you, essentially. And they like doing some business with you. But hey, if people were giving me emeralds for 5 arrows, I would like you, personally, but that's just me, I guess. But yeah, these can be con artists from time to time. They will rip you off where possible at times, but it's only what's programmed into the game, so don't hold it against them personally. It's not their fault. So we're going to be a while. Here's the forest, which means the village cannot be far away. I brought my bed with me so we can stay overnight at the inn. No, I'm not having a baby. Don't worry all about that. Okay, so these people here, they look rather indigenous. They remind a lot of people of Squidward. Squidward! Squidward! Yeah, from the SpongeBob show. But, yeah, there's quite a few of them here. We've hit quite a nice sized village. So to trade with them, essentially, well, to see what they want to trade, just simply right-click on the villager. Now, this one wants 3 emeralds for a flint and steel. Flint and steel can be used to set fire to things. This one wants 10 gravel and an emerald for 3 pieces of flint. This villager wants 3 emeralds for a bookshelf. Is this the... yeah, that's him. Let's see what else we have. Another villager there with that. 1 emerald for 5 melon slices. 18 wheat... well... you see, this is a trick that people do with the villagers. What I will show you is, I would like that melon slice actually, so I can show you the melon farm. They use this, so let's replant their wheat. I think in a future update, however, they are going to make villagers angry when you steal stuff off them, i.e. like the sweet. I don't know exactly how many he asked for, quite frankly, so let's just get as much as we can. We've got a fair bit collected here. We've got 13 wheat. Where did you go? Come back. I have something for you. Okay, so let's go over here. So he wants 1 emerald for 5 melon slices. This one, oh, he wants 18 wheat now. God. They're terrible, they're con artists, I tell you. If you watch my Soaring No Longer series, well, if you have watched it, it's finished now, but if you have watched my Soaring No Longer series, you will know that the villagers have their own name from Paul, and they are Al. So if you watch Paul Swords Jr., everyone is Al. 18, well, and you just pop it in there, or if you want 2 items in one of the 2 slots, and you'll get the item back. You get an emerald. And sometimes, I think, you will get purple bubbles come up. There. They like you. Ah, shame they look like they're farting, though, to be absolutely honest. Now, this dude wants 1 emerald for 5 pieces of melon. The melon we can use for melon seeds, well, which we can use to make our melon and pumpkin farm in the next episode. So that's certainly going to be handy. I'm going to see if I can make any more trades with these dudes while I'm here. See who has what to offer. I've met you. I didn't like what you're giving. So villages are a source of free wheat. At the moment, anyway. A range of goods. They will sometimes offer you things like 12 books for an emerald. That's a pretty reasonable trade. Books can be made fairly easily. What's this guy want? That. They can make some decent trades from time to time, but not all the time. Some of the time. And when night comes, the villagers will go inside, and they go inside to protect themselves from zombies, albeit very badly, because they get their doors kicked in and they essentially get eaten. But that's that. I'm just going to go to bed here now, because it is getting dark, and that is about everything on NPC villages. Occasionally you will see a blacksmith. I don't think there is a blacksmith here in this village, but a blacksmith... No, there isn't. It's not got a blacksmith. Blacksmiths also hold free goods in a chest. So if you find a blacksmith, it's a recognisable building. It has stone half slabs on the top. If you can find one of those, they often have free items in it, which are very good, i.e. iron ingots, gold ingots, and possibly even diamonds you can find in there, along with obsidian, armour, and a lot of other things as well. See, this one now has multiple trades, so he liked me, so he gave me multiple trades. 18 wheat for an emerald. No thanks, I've already got that. So the villagers that like you will offer you multiple trades over time. I think it's only limited to 2, and eventually that original trade will go, so we struck it lucky. The melon slices are going to be very useful. I don't really think there's anything else to say about them. This one is now wanting 14 raw chicken for an emerald, so yeah, that's NPC villages. Sometimes in an NPC village, when it grows large enough, this village isn't large enough, but some larger villages have a defender called an iron golem, and an iron golem is sort of like a big iron man, and if you attack the villagers, he will attack you and you will die. Normally, if you don't attack the villagers, it's neutral, it wanders around, and it will also attack you if you attack it first, but yeah, they aren't really that much of a problem, but you will die from them. They can really land some serious hits. They kill mobs in 2 hits. So at night time, iron golems will defend the village from zombies, skeletons. They don't, ironically, from creepers. But that's that. That is literally about everything on NPC villages. I can't really think anything else about them. Yeah. I'm just collecting their wheat. I'm going to use it for my wheat farm back at home. And no doubt we will visit here many times in the future. As regards emeralds, emeralds can be found underground naturally, but only in mountainous biomes. At the time of recording anyway, it may have changed by the time you watch this, but at the moment, in Minecraft 1.3.1, they only occur in mountainous biomes. At least all the sightings have been in that biome. and they only come in veins of 1, so it can be far more productive to trade with villagers to get emeralds. 9 emeralds can be used to make an emerald block. We'll probably look more at ore blocks a lot later on in the game. Yeah, and that's the thing with emeralds. Oops, sorry, didn't mean to shoot you. Gonna have good relations with him in the future. So, goodbye, village of owls. I'm done with you now. I will be back someday. Bye-bye. So yeah, their actual name is Testificate. They're actually... oh, coal there. They're actually called a Testificate, and Testificates are basically them, but people like to call them NPC villagers because they're non-player characters and they inhabit a village. So, NPC villager. Makes sense. We now have this melon, which we will use in the next episode to use to make a melon farm, and I just spotted some iron here, so I'm going to grab it. Never very often get iron on the surface. More coal over there. I'm not too bothered about coal right now. I will eventually probably come back here and do some mining here or something along those lines at some point. However, right now it's not a priority of mine. As regards melon seeds, you can find them, as I've said in a previous episode, in abandoned mine shafts underground, but they don't come around too often. They're fairly common. They're not rare as such, but it means you have to do a fair bit of digging around to find one. And I see a creeper over there. So we're going to keep away from him and do the honourable thing and not fight him, and yeah. See what I mean about creepers can spawn in the day? That one just did. Though probably as a result of a lighting glitch, but hey ho. There's not a lot you can do about that, unfortunately. That's bugs that will eventually be addressed. So yeah, all we're going to do now is head back home. We may run into melon seeds when I do examine my abandoned mine shaft. I know there is one nearby because I checked it out on a separate world, and I also know there is a stronghold nearby, actually very, very close by. There's a stronghold about 150 steps away, so from the seafront. And we will look at strongholds a fair bit later, because strongholds are part of the end of the game, essentially. It has an end. Many people say it doesn't. It depends on how you take it, quite frankly. Some people like to complete it and they have a goal at the end, others don't. I'm partial not really to going and completing the game. I prefer just to play it how it was before the end, because that's when I started playing it, and I prefer to just do what I do, but everyone's different. It's important to remember that everybody likes their own thing, and some people, like me, when the trading, for example, first came out, I hated the idea of trading because it kind of took away the aspect of what was in the early game, where you were on your own, you had to survive, and there was no way that anyone could help you or do anything, and you were lost and alone in this world. But now, when the villages got added, the long-term option when they got added was trading, and I didn't like the idea at first, but actually, now I've used it, I've found it quite useful. To be honest, it's been a really nice feature. It enables me to get rare things, like the melon seeds, without having to run underground or find specific things. It certainly made finding some items more convenient, but yeah, we're now back here at home, back up at our tower, and here we are. In the next episode, I actually had no idea that we were going to get melon, which is really handy because it's kind of set up my next episode now. We can do melon farming, and we'll also do the pumpkins as well in that little patch there, that little green patch that's left. We will finish off farming in the next episode, bar the netherwort farm, but that's something completely different. That's not eating. You don't eat netherwort. God, do you some damage if you ate it, quite frankly. It probably would kill you in the game if they ever added that. But that's for brewing anyway. And we turn netherwort into eatable or drinkable items. So, next episode, melon and pumpkin farm. I know I've rambled quite a bit on the way back from the village, but hey ho, we've had a good day of trading. We've managed to get these nice melons here and a ton of wheat. Got some iron as well on the way. So, yeah. I hope you've enjoyed this episode, guys. I hope you found it useful. If you have, a like or a subscribe is always appreciated. And I do hope to see you next time. And until then, see you later and have a good day.